people. I am so honored to welcome you to She's the first ever virtual gala, The Power Party. Find a comfortable spot on your couch, on the floor, and get ready to be inspired and entertained for the next 60 minutes. My name is Erika Henningsen, and I'm your host for this evening, coming to you from New York City. I moved here about 9 years ago with a really big dream. I wanted to perform on Broadway. And what I didn't realize at the time was that I had another purpose, to be an advocate for girls and women's rights. Thankfully, I have been able to achieve both of those goals in my life. I'll never forget when Tina Fey called me and she offered me the lead role in a dream show. I was going to get to be Katie Heron in Mean Girls on Broadway, and it changed the course of my career, and it gave me a bunch of wonderful fans that I love and who helped me support amazing causes like She's the First. And for the past 2 years, I have been a very proud ambassador for She's the First. I have this feeling that you watching, you and I have something very special in common. Maybe you can sing and dance too, and I really hope you will later, because there will be music and there is no dance party like a living room dance party, am I right? Hey, hey. My dance skills aren't as good. Hopefully yours are better. In all seriousness though, I think what connects us is our belief that girls in our communities and around the world deserve better. We believe that even a small contribution matters enough to transform a girl's life, because we are taking action together. Our collective power tonight will not only help one girl at a time, but it will also create change on a deep systemic level, because that's what She's the First does. She's the First gets in deep with communities and works with community-based organizations to change the environment around girls and to set them up for a lifetime of success. Now, tonight, we are going to honor girls who beat the odds and who represent the ripple effect that happens when She's the First is involved in their lives. These girls have power that will honestly blow you away. We're also honoring Imaan Hammam, one of my fellow She's the First ambassadors who has taken the fashion world by storm. She has done so much work to lift up She's the First, and we are so grateful to have her. To make the most of this power party though, I have one request for you, a couple requests. Get loud in the chat box. Tell us who you are, where you're watching from. We want to hear from you, not just now, but all night long. And then show us your smiling faces. You can tweet or Insta story your party selfies. Make sure that you tag @She's the First and hashtag STF Power Party. And then finally, contribute to our fundraising goal. Amazing news. Your live donations tonight will be matched. And there are 3 ways to give. Text POWERFUL to 76278. Use the button on the Power Party webpage or bid on the fabulous auction prizes that we have available for you. Our big goal tonight is to raise $150,000 so that we can help She's the First expand next year. Every ticket you purchase already represents one more girl that She's the First will reach in 2022. So thank you for that wonderful gift. If you have more in you tonight, please consider going a step further. We're going to show you the impact you will unlock by doing so. Before we meet our first honoree of the evening, let's get reacquainted with the mission of She's the First, shall we? How do we fight for a world where every girl is educated, respected, and heard? Take a look.
We are She's the First, and we believe that when a girl is educated, respected, and heard, she is unstoppable. When girls are educated, we can secure jobs that our parents never could. When we're listened to, fewer of us will drop out of school for reasons beyond our control. And when our ideas are taken seriously, communities thrive. And yet, our rights are in danger every single day. That's why She's the First teams up with grassroots organizations around the world to unlock our potential and unleash our power. She's the First looks at a girl's whole environment, her family, her home, her school, her community. And what connects all her spaces together? Community-based girl organizations. They open a world of possibilities for girls, from access to school, to support from mentors, to sexual and reproductive health education, to leadership training, and beyond. That's why She's the First builds up the ecosystem of girls' organizations by training and funding programs that'll make all the difference. Stronger programs equal stronger futures for girls. Additionally, girls know our needs better than anyone else. She's the First is led by girls, and always will be. We girls can create so much change by working together. We can use She's the First toolkits to organize and take action for our rights. We can join a global campus chapter community and participate in major advocacy campaigns. But in order for girls to truly choose our own futures, we need to be heard, we need to be valued, and we need everyone, regardless of age, location, gender, to take action for us and with us. Because a girl with an education, with mentors, and with a movement like this behind her, she's truly unstoppable.
I feel powerful when I know I'm not just speaking for myself, but for other people. When I know it's not just me, but it is me who can make a difference.
Hi there, I'm Julie Foudy, two-time World Cup champion, two-time Olympic gold medalist, and former captain of the USA women's soccer team. And I gotta tell you, I am blown away by Sirjana Singh's story at all of 21 years old, because here's a young woman who was told from a very young age that girls aren't worthy of an education, let alone a soccer field, and yet she kept studying, she kept practicing, she kept persisting, and today, her biggest dream is now a reality. She got recruited to play for Nepal's senior women's national soccer team. Oh yes! And as I always tell young girls and young women, don't just be a leader on the field, be a leader in life. And Sirjana is doing that as well. She's been named as She's the First Youth Ambassador, and it is with great pleasure and an honor to present her with the Inspiration Award. Sirjana, you, my friend, are an inspiration, and the world needs to know your story.
My father wanted a son. I was the first child. After me came my three younger sisters, one daughter after another after another. But my parents kept trying for a son. My mom became pregnant 3 more times, 3 more girls. Once he learned there were girls, my father wouldn't let my mom keep the pregnancies. Our culture and society had convinced my parents that girls were worthless. They get married and sent off to their husband's house, and that there would be no one to carry family name and inheritance. Ironically, all we inherited was a broken home, broken hearts, and a mountain of debts while trying for a son. My parents were victims of old traditions and beliefs. They never knew any different. It made me sad. Why wasn't I enough? Why weren't we daughters enough? Eventually, my dad left us. My mom's health worsened, and I hardly saw her smile. Debt collectors visited our house at all hours of the day. I worked as a kitchen helper at the bus station to pay off the debts. We also sold fruits in the streets to get by. I tried to ease my mom's worries. I promised her that I would be just as good as the son that she and my father had desperately wanted. Things slowly started to look brighter. I got a chance to study in Kopila Valley School. There, I took every opportunity that came my way. I became a class captain, joined the girls club, checked out the book from the library, and participated in dance, poetry, and debate competition. I wanted to be the best at everything. Because of my dad, I felt like I had something to prove. One day, the school announced to start the first ever girls football team in Suket. I was amazed. I never thought girls too could play football. I showed up at that first training barefoot, sweat beating down my forehead, ready to try something new. I still remember how it felt to put on a uniform and chase the ball down the field. I started to get pretty good. I was strong at defense and hit balls and corner kicks. Our team began playing in tournaments and winning matches. And I set my eyes on making it to the national team. I practiced before and after school. That meant I usually reached home late, which created a lot of gossip in my neighborhood. They talked behind my back and questioned my character for returning home late, but I shook off the criticism and kept my eyes on my dream. This year, I graduated top of my class from Kopila Valley School and won a scholarship in prestigious College of Kathmandu. I kept training all hours of the day and night as a student athlete. Last month, I turned 20, then something amazing happened. I made it to the final roster for National Women Football Team of Nepal.
Jersey number 22 बालको तर्फबाट Sirjana Singh अर्की डेब्युटेन्ट खेलाडी.
My story isn't unique. It's just what happens when girls and women get education and a fair chance. They make their dreams come true. My dreams are for other girls whose fathers only wanted a son. They are for my sisters and my mom and countless others. May they too conquer their dreams.
I am still thinking about Sirjana and placing my bets on her competing in the Olympics one day. I know it's gonna happen. Sirjana and I actually had the chance to team up on Instagram last month for International Day of the Girl. You have maybe heard about how She's the First drives girl-led advocacy forward. One of our favorite ways to do that is through the Girls Get Loud campaign in October. We give girls gigantic social media platforms to literally reach millions and billions of people with their voices and their personal stories. And through this Girls Get Loud takeover, girls talk about their most important rights. This year, in one day, their words were seen a whopping 1.6 million times. Before this year's campaign, actress and comedian Diane Raphael sat down with Dani Antonio, an 18-year-old She's the First advocate from the Philippines, who is now a student at UC Davis. Here's a little bit of what they had to say about why we should all be listening to girls.
Hi, Dani. I'm so excited to be a part of this wonderful initiative. Could you tell me a little bit about what the Girls Get Loud Challenge is?
Yes, of course. Every year on International Day of the Girl, companies, organizations, and celebrities talk about what girls want in the world and what they need, but instead of talking about girls, this campaign gives girls a platform to speak for themselves.
Well, first of all, I'm so thrilled that you're going to be taking over my account. You know, I actually was thinking a lot about what it was like for me to be a girl. And I distinctly remember that year where I started to feel that maybe I couldn't do everything, that all of these insecurities, looking at my older sister's fashion magazines, the body insecurities, all of it kind of came crashing down. That's why I'm so excited and so passionate about speaking to girls and giving them a platform, more importantly, to speak for themselves.
I'm really excited to talk about all things girls' rights, and with everything that you said, I think, yes, education and representation is so important, especially with regards to representation in leadership. I believe that all girls have the right to lead. They have the right to have a place on decision-making tables. They have the right to be involved in leadership positions without the fear of getting discriminated for it. And I'm making change happen by not only leading in my community, back at home in the Philippines, or in school, or at She's the First, but I'm also forming more leaders by helping girls see what they're capable of.
That's beautiful. And I wish I had this organization when I was a girl. And girls, women need to be at the tables making decisions that directly affect our bodies, the planet, you know, our future. Your generation of activists and leaders, I just feel so much hope for the future.
Thank you so much, June, for taking the time to chat with me.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me, Dani. I am so excited to be part of it.
Hi everyone, I'm Tammy Tibbetts.
And I'm Christen Brandt. And while we would love to all be under one roof with you all tonight, it's pretty cool that for the first time ever, we get to celebrate with supporters all around the world. and you get to bring your pets, your friends, your family along for the ride.
Our last annual gala was She's the First's 10th birthday bash 2 years ago. We're here today so proud to say that at 12 years old, She's the First has survived our biggest challenges to date over these past 2 years of the global pandemic. And in fact, we've come out of it stronger and more resilient than ever before because of supporters like you.
We want to take just a minute to thank the sponsors that made tonight's gala possible.
In addition, our fabulous host committee members fundraised and brought their friends to the party, so please thank them and show some love in the chat.
We want to thank the generous donors to our auction as well. Take a look at some of the incredible experiences that you can bid on right now. And know that this auction is going to stay live until Giving Tuesday on November 30th. So you have plenty of time to reward yourself for donating to She's the First.
We know that there are so many demands on your time and resources, so we're so grateful that you chose to be here tonight. And it never grows old to be the two lucky people who get to personally thank you for doing that. We know that the last couple of years have been tough, and that every time you turn on the news and you hear what's going on in the world, it can make you feel powerless, like nothing that you can do matters enough. But we know differently. We believe so strongly in what each and every one of you has to offer, and that's something that is completely unique and special to you.
And power is the key word. We so often talk about empowering girls, and yet rarely do they have the real and tangible power to make change within their communities and within the organizations where they are on a regular basis. There's a difference between ensuring that girls have a voice in the room and ensuring that they have a real vote at the table. At She's the First, we do that by adding girls to our board of directors, which actually makes them our boss, but also by having a girls advisory council and youth ambassadors, which ensure that girls are involved in all of our programming and advocacy decisions. Girls shouldn't have to wait to experience power when it comes to the decisions that are impacting their lives right now.
That's why we're so grateful to all of you for using your power to support She's the First. And perhaps it's not surprising then that the largest supporter of She's the First financially is Bobby Brown's Pretty Powerful Fund, which gives us a grant of $350,000 to support feminist mentorship programs. Take a look at that impact.
Hola, me llamo Celina, soy mentora del grupo de segundo básico y llevo 3 años trabajando en Colegio Maya.
Soy Gela, joven pionera del Colegio Impacto.
Soy Miriam, joven pionera del Colegio Impacto de Maya. Soy una joven indígena que desde muy pequeña he demostrado tener mucha valentía, perseverancia y resiliencia.
Trabajamos juntas para garantizar el éxito de cada joven pionera y niñas de todo el mundo.
El apoyo de mi mentora me ha impactado porque ella ha sido una mujer ejemplar para mí y también ella ha respetado el ritmo de aprendizaje de cada una de nosotras las jóvenes pioneras y me ha ayudado a creer en mí misma.
Mi mentora es como una hermana para mí, ya que me ayuda a que yo tenga un espacio estable y que me sienta cómoda.
Es muy importante recibir este curso de mentoría porque contamos con el apoyo de una persona que nos da a entender los conocimientos que ella tiene y también aprendemos demasiado acerca del tema sobre la educación sexual.
La mentoría es poderosa porque estamos aprendiendo diversos temas que son poderosas para las jóvenes pioneras. Esto significa que dentro del espacio existe una escucha activa y un espacio seguro para una mejor transformación de diferentes metas.
Lo que espero lograr cuando sea mayor es poder tener un buen trabajo, ayudar a las personas quienes necesitan de mi apoyo. Pero también quiero trabajar en Colegio Impacto para hacer que nuestras futuras jóvenes pioneras puedan ser emprendedoras e innovadoras.
Ser poderosa es que tú decides serlo. Esto significa hacer valer tu propia voz.
También es tener fuerzas para romper paradigmas y superar todos los obstáculos y siempre manteniendo la frente en alto. Soy capaz de romper estereotipos e influir en la vida de muchas personas. También soy alguien con una mentalidad de generar cambios en el futuro.
I'm so excited to join She's the First in celebrating the power and potential of girls around the world. We are in unprecedented times. Adolescent girls continue to be disproportionately impacted by multiple crises, from the effects of COVID-19 to climate change to conflict that we're seeing across the globe. Yet we know that the leadership and well-being of young women and girls are key to an inclusive recovery. Even before the pandemic, more than 130 million girls around the world were not in school. And as we know, that number may continue to grow even higher due to ripple effects from the pandemic and other crises. We also know that the challenges girls face are heightened during critical times like these, from violence at home to child marriage to teenage pregnancy, economic hardship, and the increased burden of household caretaking responsibilities. For millions of girls, the question isn't when they'll return to school, it's if they'll even have the opportunity to return at all. Fortunately, there are incredible organizations like She's the First that are working towards building a world where every girl has the opportunity to fulfill her potential. By investing resources in and training local grassroots organizations to respond to the urgent needs of girls, She's the First is helping to mitigate the risks that girls face. They're supporting girl-led advocacy to ensure that girls are respected and that girls are heard. When we give girls the chance to learn, we give them the opportunity to fulfill their dreams, to build healthier families, and to contribute to their countries for generations to come. We at the Girls Opportunity Alliance couldn't be more thrilled to work alongside She's the First in our shared mission to ensure girls everywhere are able to pursue their dreams. Happy 12th anniversary, She's the First, and thanks for all you do to support girls around the world.
Every girl has the right to choose her own future, but they face many obstacles. Things like poverty, gender discrimination, pressures for early marriages and traditional roles, long, dangerous routes to school, and an unequal share of the pandemic burden. In addition to the challenges girls face in the world, empowerment and education programs are often designed for them instead of with them. What's the difference? When girls are included in identifying the problems they face and the solutions that would work, program leaders can create a program that addresses those girls' specific needs rather than relying on traditional interventions they've seen work elsewhere. For example, a program designed for girls during COVID-19 lockdowns may expect that because girls have access to phones, they can access mentorship sessions through text. But a program designed with girls would reveal that girls often lack funds for data credit or access to Wi-Fi, which they'd need to live up to this expectation. If girl organizations can anticipate potential risk to girls' success, then they are better able to come up with strategies to help them adapt. Like by printing classroom materials or supplying girls with data credit. That's where we come in. She's the First boosts the impact of community-based organizations by creating tools that ultimately help them improve their retention and graduation rates. We designed the Girl-Centered Risk Register to help girls' organizations analyze and mitigate the risks that different girls in their communities face. How does it work? When working through the risk register, staff at a local organization sits down with the girls they serve to discuss the obstacles standing between them and graduation. We start by identifying the likelihood and potential impact of certain risks on girls in the community. Things like teenage pregnancy, expectations to work outside the home while attending school, or access to food during the pandemic. Hope Lydia Ndagire is the Executive Director and co-founder of the Resilient Women's Organization in Uganda. She implemented the Girl-Centered Risk Register with her organization. Before, she made plans for her programs based on staff expertise. They realized that there are girls in the program who have different needs. For example, some girls must work to keep their families fed. Those girls can still succeed and receive an education so they can have a future of independence. But programs need to accommodate them, or else it is too easy to drop out. A risk register is a particularly beneficial tool whenever girls' needs are rapidly changing, such as during a pandemic or a natural disaster, to help organizations prioritize their interventions and determine a timeline for action. The Girl-Centered Risk Register ensures girls have more power within their organizations, allowing the organizations to better achieve their goals. It's a powerful tool in conjunction with the girls' voices and staff expertise to ensure that all girls are educated, respected, and heard.
That was amazing and so informative. As advocates of She's the First, it's very important that we can speak to what truly sets this particular model apart. The approach of teaming up with local community-based organizations is so key. So I want to turn your attention now to the chat box, where you are seeing live updates on She's the First fundraising progress. And we are doing great. Yes, please keep going. And thank you so much for everyone who has donated so far. Do you want to make your dollars work harder? If so, you can text a donation of $25 right now to help send a professional who works with underserved girls to our annual trainings. You've just seen how when STF invests in a community-based organization, that's how they impact more than one girl at a time. When you train the educators and mentors working with girls, you aren't just hooking one girl up with an education, you're impacting how they will work with thousands of girls over the course of many years. These trainings only cost She's the First $200 per participant, and they have an enormous benefit. In other words, this change that you are creating right now through your text messages, it never, ever goes out of style. And when it comes to style, She's the First has a couple of friends in high places. Over to you, Anna.
Hello, everyone. I'm so thrilled to join you this evening to support She's the First and the wonderful Imaan Hammam. I would like to congratulate Imaan on this very special recognition, and I'm not surprised at all that she has earned it. Imaan left such an impression on all of us the first time that we saw her burst onto the scene in the fashion industry. She is warm, she is thoughtful, and she radiates a kind of optimism that you want to be around. She's also a very humble person. You may not realize that she has been shot for an incredible 10 Vogue covers around the world. But to be around Imaan is to know that she is passionate about championing important issues, especially those that affect girls and women, and that she is also an unbelievably hard worker. She has more than earned the respect and admiration across the fashion and modeling worlds and way beyond. Imaan, you have achieved so much in your 25 years, and I look forward to all the exciting things that are still to come. Congratulations.
I'm Imaan Hammam, and I'm a supermodel, and I'm an advocate for girls' rights, and I'm very proud to say that I'm the ambassador for She's the First. I support She's the First because I truly believe that every girl should be educated, respected, and heard. I am the first in my family that had the opportunity to move to another country and pursue a career. Growing up, we didn't really have a lot, so being able to take that opportunity and follow my dreams and to help support my family is something that I'm very proud of. I get my power from my family of very strong women that inspire me every day. I was bullied a lot growing up. In my career, I sometimes would show up on set where the hairstylist didn't know what to do with my hair, nor did they know what to do with my makeup because they, most of the time, didn't have the right foundation. I really had to kind of find my power and strength within myself to really overcome all of that. So at some point I was just like, I'm gonna just really be myself and I'm not gonna try to fit in this industry mold. What makes me feel most powerful is to be able to use my platform and to be a change maker for girls all around the world. My first trip with She's the First was to the Gambia, where I met these incredible young ladies. There was this big talent show and they wanted me to kind of help the girls and help them with confidence, and so we did a lot of like little exercises. I've learned so much from them than I think they learned from me because they were so open and so joyful and so full of dreams. And I think that's something that I've always carried with me, and I think of them whenever I doubt myself. I truly hope that they can find the power and strength within themselves to dream as big as they can. I want them to learn to be an advocate for themselves, but also for their communities. There's no limits to what you can achieve in life. So I really just want to be known as someone that supports women, supports young girls. I might have 1 million followers, but you don't have to have 1 million followers to use your voice and to really be a change maker for girls around the world. We're all our most powerful selves when we share our power with each other.
Loud, proud, and can't be shut down. This is for you.
What's up, y'all? I'm Strength. And I'm Wisdom. And together we are Ain't Afraid, a multi-talented double dose of dopeness. Congratulations to our sister Imaan Hammam. Such a beautiful story and a wonderful message that we too share. You know, we believe that all women and girls should feel empowered, feel educated, and be heard. We are definitely inspired by the words that Imaan spoke, and it inspires us to share a song with you all that we created called LBP. This one is for the ladies.
All my ladies, loud, proud, and can't be shut down. This is for you. They say a lady should never be loud. Mama, I hope I didn't make you prouder. They tried to knock your baby girl onto the grounder. This oppression in Islam is unfound. Settle down, pipe down. No, you can't touch my crown. I was raised to use my voice, so you will hear this sound. Want a little pretty toy, something to boss around. Hoping that it don't make noise, but boy, that ain't never been me. I ain't never been sing. You want a little boat play? That ain't never been me. I ain't never been sing. You want a little boat play? That ain't never been me. They say a lady shouldn't never take friends. Did you think you'd always get what you want to? You try to hush me, but it's a risky stunter. You try to kick, but it's my turn to wind down right now. No, I'm not your puppy. I'm a 5-a-day sister, yo. Did you forget? Clearly, I'm me. All I'm trying to be. You see, I'm blind. Ain't no hush. That ain't never been me. I ain't never been sing. You want a little boat play? That ain't never been me. I ain't never been sing. You want a little boat play?
That ain't me. To shut me up is to kill me. I ain't gonna ever stop. People, you feel me? Murdered by cops appears to be the new Lynch. KKK on the jury and the judge, bitch. We ain't afraid to stand up and speak the truth. It ain't never been me to miss voting in a booth. Not a feminist, but an activist for real. From women's rights to Kaepernick's right to kneel. We march a lot and we comment online while the enemies plot and watching us all the time. Yo, it's time to unite and put aside all the beef. Love is all we got, and hate ain't never been me.
That ain't never been me. I ain't never been sing. You want a little boat play? That ain't never been me. I ain't never been sing. You want a little boat play?
Thank you all so much for watching and jamming out with us. We had so much fun creating this and so much fun jamming with you all. Thank you. We are so excited to have spent this time. If anybody ever tries to come to you and tell you something that ain't you, tell them, that ain't never been me. No LBP. Peace.
Yes, huge round of applause. Thank you, Ain't Afraid. That song was amazing. And of course, a big, big congrats to Imaan. And thank you to all of you for texting those donations in. I want to remind you that there is a match tonight. Whoop, whoop. So even if you're sitting there thinking, will $5 make a difference? The answer is yes, absolutely, because that's $10. In New York City, maybe $10 is the cost of a latte for you and a friend. But among She's the First global partner programs, $10 can provide a girl with the underwear and supplies she needs during her period. Without these supplies, many girls just have to miss school. Think about it. Text POWERFUL to 76278 right now. I promise your donation goes a very long way. I am so proud of us and the progress we are making together to ensure She's the First is set up for success in the year ahead. All right, now's the time to get ready for Inspiration Overload. And be sure to show how you feel in the chat box. Keep it alive, write in your messages. We really want to see it.
Hi there, I am Allie Love. And the time where I felt powerful as a girl is the first time when I took the stage as a dancer. I actually got hit by a car when I was 9 years old, broke my left femur, and I had a tough time physically getting back into the groove of moving around. And so my first performance of standing on stage in front of hundreds of people, and not only using and taking agency of my body, but also being able to express myself through movement, was the time I felt powerful.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda Gorman, and I'm so excited to share my poem, The Power of First, in celebration of She's the First. Power unfurls in a girl at school like the first pages of a book unwritten. She's a story waiting to ignite. An educated girl is like the question the first rain tosses at the earth after the drought. Are you ready to start again? A girl who dreams to be the first in her line to go to school is the most vivid of things, like the one red spark that stands up to the sky in a chorus of wet logs. A girl who graduates secondary school is like the first wave to hug the shore after a hurricane, whispering the coming of better things. These we know as truths, not wonders. The miracle isn't just in a girl being the first. It is in her seeing that which is non-existent. It is her seeing the blank space of an untouched sky and sculpting her own dreams into the emptiness. A girl who is the first is a vision in and of herself. These girls don't want to be unbelievable. They want to be believed in. For educated girls, not to be a marvel, but a movement. Ellie from Tanzania says, what we do for ourselves dies with us, but what we do for others remains forever. The first bud of spring sings the other seeds to joining her uprising. Angel in India says, I won't stop learning because I carry my book bag with me everywhere I go. The sky carries tears, but also the sun, and that's what makes it blinding. Deepa in Nepal says, I am a girl, and I am better than you think, sturdier than I look, smarter than you know, and braver than I saw. After all, you don't know how strong the willow tree is until you see her arms dance in the face of the storm. We remember this and more, so that we might imagine a day of the girl without such first, where the wind opens the floodgate for the river of woman behind her. We are here not to be the first, but to refuse to be the last. Thank you so much for having me, and a huge congratulations to all the women and girls being honored tonight.
I have chills, and I bet all of you watching at home do too. So thank you so much, Amanda. Your words truly create the most powerful wave behind our final honorees of the night. As you've heard a lot tonight, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant global impact on girls and their families. Our COVID-19 community heroes are girls who have used their creativity, their ingenuity, and their resourcefulness to resolve challenges in their communities caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Each girl has shown the world that girls can be an incredible source of power and activism in their communities, demonstrating that when a girl feels empowered, she can make change. COVID-19 shut down most schools in Sierra Leone, negatively impacting girls' education. For girls about to graduate high school, they couldn't take their exams to receive their diplomas, which prevented them from applying for better jobs or college. As a result, girls found it challenging to find work to help their families. That's when our first honoree tonight, Haja Bangura, had an idea. She established the Grafton Girl Entrepreneurs Initiative to help girls financially support their families.
My name is Haja Bangura and I am 19 years old. Since the breakout of COVID-19, schools all over the world were closed, and the guided program is introduced by the government. I have limited materials to use to prepare for the exam. So like many other girls that took the exam that year, I'm not successful. What inspired me to start making and selling my artwork and jewelry was that I started home another year after my examination, and I thought of a way to get funds that will help with my lessons and materials to take the exam. Through She is the First Partners Organization project speaking, I received mentorship and life skill training. I speak to my mentor, and she encouraged me to use the skill I learned for my mentorship program to provide for myself. And I started making handbeads, ankaras, slippers in my community. As I started making gain from the sale, I decided to expand and include other girls into the project. I knew that other girls are facing difficulty in paying for their lessons and materials to retake the exam. And I don't want to leave them behind, but want to help them gain requirements to universities and colleges. And I introduced them to the business, and they quickly joined me, and together we formed the Grafton Girls Entrepreneurship Initiative, where I lead 10 girls in life skill training. It means economic empowerment and a way to address financial challenges facing girls in my community. We have served as each other's strong pillar, and if anyone is sick, we all will mobilize and support that girl until she gets on her feet. I hope for this project to be successful in a way we all be able to gain requirements to different universities and colleges. I feel powerful when I started helping myself and helping other girls. I want to make other girls see an example they can follow. In our mentorship session, they have taught us the importance of girls leading in their community and how they give voice for others. And I want to be that voice that will speak for others that cannot.
Reports have shown that women and girls are disproportionately impacted by COVID-19. Also known as the shadow pandemic, women and girls have experienced increased rates of domestic violence. Students at Cusi Cause Andean School, Elise Angela Salas Ochoa, Miriam Gallejos Paco, Cusi Sami Franco Mineja, and Flor Melanie Pare Merma recognized this and inspired their classmates to create change through a video series aimed at the Peruvian government. We're proud to honor them as community heroes tonight.
este proyecto empezó porque la mayoría de las niñas sufren por violencia. A los niños no le ayudan, así que están mal por eso.
Warmayan Amaras Mamacas significa niñas nómades, que está en el idioma runasimi quechua. Ya Niñas Nómades es un movimiento latinoamericano y nuestro colegio se está uniendo a eso con el nombre de...
Nosotras estudiamos en el colegio Cusicausay, que está ubicado en Pisa, en el Valle Sagrado de los Incas, en Cusco, Perú.
Desde el comienzo del COVID, más chicas y niñas, sobre todo en este caso indígenas y campesinas, se han experimentado violencia de género y bueno, también a nivel nacional, a nivel del distrito, y es porque no tienen apoyo del Estado, no solo económicamente o de salud, sino que también no las toman en consideración porque hay mucho racismo y machismo de por medio.
Y el colegio Cusicausay está asociado con Cheers the Peers.
Bueno, Cusicausay nos ha ido haciendo talleres audiovisuales, música, edición de videos y también algunos talleres pequeños.
También quisiéramos decir que nuestro proyecto nos ha servido mucho para crecer como personas, no solo a nivel personal, cada una, sino a nivel del colegio, de todos los estudiantes, de todos nuestros compañeros también y otras compañeras que tenemos, y también a nivel del pueblo, de nuestras familias. Yo me siento fuerte cuando alguien me escucha, cuando alguien me toma en cuenta, cuando escuchan mis ideas, mi opinión, cuando me respetan en general en mi casa, en el colegio.
Por haber ganado este premio yo me siento feliz porque con este premio vamos a poder seguir con nuestra campaña Warmayan Amaras Mamaka, apoyando a niñas que han sido violadas. Todas y todos tenemos la responsabilidad de defender a las chicas y niñas porque vamos a ser el futuro y somos capaces de hacer muchas cosas para mejorar nuestro mundo.
Our final honoree this evening is Nabifo Rose with the Hunger Project. When Rose's boarding school shut down due to COVID-19, she returned to her home community and realized people were suffering. They were experiencing even higher rates of hunger than ever before. So she developed a creative solution to overcome this challenge.
One single thing can change the world, can change the people, can change the community, the societies. My name is Nabifo Rose. I'm 17 years old. I am a graduate of Arlington Junior School and I'm a peer educator of girls in my community. COVID-19 affected families. More families in my community have really experienced hunger. They were really down. They had nothing to do. Sometimes they would sit home for a month. That became months, it became years, and they really felt they had no money, they had nowhere to go. Every door was closed. But that was really bad. They felt maybe this is the end of the world. I played my part and I said, I have the knowledge, I have the body, I have the legs, I have the hands, and I'm capable of doing whatever I can do. I came up with the idea of the Hunger Project. I came at Arlington, and then I requested for a piece of land. I started up with my friends. We started with the nursery bed. We dug, we prepared the land, and then we planted vegetables. So we waited for some few months and started growing. So after that, we packaged them in polythene bags. We are giving food out to the community. So we started with 2 pigs. Yeah, those ones have matured, so we shall be like selling them off. We keep that money when school starts, and then we pay the fees for that kid. So as time goes on, we shall be doing more and more with this. So that's the plan we are having for the Piggery Project. So I hope to improve on more and more because I have a dream of having 100 pigs on the farm. It's not been that simple because the distance from home, then garden work, then here, it's really tiresome sometimes, but If you really know what you want and you've started something, then you should never give up. So we never give up. I never give up in what I do. I just move on forward. I follow a dream. Everyone can change lives. You can change the world with a little you have. Just because you have that heart of love, you can reach out and you can really see what others are going through. You have that heart that really knows others and you think about other people. And that will always make change in life. Arlington Academy of Hope and its partner, She's the First, have really played a big role in my life. They have given us the knowledge, they have nurtured us, they have nurtured me, and that has really made me grow up as a confident girl, brave girl, and speak out for myself and speak out my mind. And always be there to fight for my voice and be there to be creative in everything I do. And they've really made my mind so active. They've really made me to become a leader and bring out ideas. I really feel powerful when my voice, my ideas have changed something in the community, and I feel proud. I'm a hero.
Girls should not have to be heroes. They should be able to be carefree and play and not have to worry so much about their safety and their loved ones. But that's not the world we live in yet. Girls around the world are asked every single day to take on more than their fair share of the burden. Our COVID-19 community heroes demonstrate that girls are able and ready to lead. Their ideas and their determination and their ingenuity can be used to affect real, positive, lasting change. Let's not wait until global disasters to see what happens. Girls should have these opportunities all the time. They should be given the resources and space and freedom to bring their ideas to life all the time. That's why it's time to share our power with them.
Wow, that was amazing. The stories of Sirjana and the COVID-19 community heroes have absolutely blown me away. Every time I hear the stories of girls impacted by She's the First, I am reminded of why I am so honored to be the board chair of this remarkable organization. The goal of the Power Party was to celebrate the power of girls and raise $150,000 to fund She's the First's ability to reach 3,000 more girls, more Sirjanas, more Roses, more Hajas next year. In this past hour, we have all seen why She's the First's model works. In these final few minutes of the Power Party, I am here to ask if you have anything left to give, please do it now. Let's harness our collective power right now. When we do that, even a small contribution goes a very long way. You can text and have your donation matched, or you can bid on an item in the auction. COVID interrupted so many of our plans in 2020, and She's the First wasn't immune. All of our expansion plans to add new partners in Latin America and South Asia, to continue building our office in Nairobi, had to be delayed in order to prioritize funding for our current partners, to keep girls safe throughout the pandemic. But in 2022, we are ready to dust off those plans and launch full steam ahead into the planning and development process for that expansion. We know our model of training and funding local organizations works for girls, and with your support, we'll replicate it all across the globe. One of the things I really miss from our live events is being able to capture the faces and the electrifying energy of reaching a goal together. So I really need everyone in the chat right now to be as loud and as proud as you can possibly be. Celebrate how far we have come together tonight. We are doing this. Erika, would you join me for the home stretch?
Yes, absolutely. Woo, yes, please be loud and proud in that chat. This has been an incredible evening. I am so proud of the She's the First community, and I think we want to give everybody a bit more time in those text messages. Get those text messages in, eye those bids in the auction. So I am going to take these last couple minutes to sing us out. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing. Erika, thank you so much for making this night so spectacular.
Thank you. My last little bit of hosting is to let you know that 15 minutes or so after our party ends here tonight, you can head over to She's the First Instagram. Our co-founders, Tammy and Christen, are hosting an IG Live after party. Tune in to join them in celebrating this amazing night. Request to join the live video because they want to see you too. As a She's the First supporter, you are part of a really special community every day of the year and especially tonight. I am going to sing us out with a little song called Stars that I would like to dedicate to all of you from Mean Girls the Musical. Cheap, fake, easy to break. That's how I used to be. Here, take it. Now I'm awake, I'll show you what I see. Plastic don't shine, glitter don't shine, rhinestones don't shine the way you do. You are so real, you are so rare. I see you there, I see you. I see stars, so many stars tonight. You could make diamonds dull. You are so beautiful. I see stars. You shine as bright as day. I will look out for you. We'll light each other's way. You're all stars. See, I went low, not high. That was my problem, mine. Don't be frightened like me. The darker the night, the brighter you shine. Plastic don't shine, glitter don't shine, rhinestones don't shine the way you do. You are on fire, you can rise higher, up in the sky. Enjoy the view. You stars, so many stars tonight. You could make diamonds dull. You are so beautiful. I see stars. You are real and you are rare. I wanna say I see you there. It's me and you, not us and her. 'Cause if we knew how strong we were, we'd say what we are, say what you are. You're a star, so many stars tonight. You could make diamonds dull. You are so beautiful. I see stars, we shine as bright as day. I will look out for you. We'll light each other's way. We're all stars. I see stars, so many stars tonight. We could make diamonds dull. We are so beautiful. You're a star. You shine as bright as day. I will look out for you. We'll light each other's way. We are so real. We are so rare. We see you there.